Hey, WNBA Talk, family and friends. It's your host, Jay Irvin, back with a talk. I want to talk today real quick, about dunking in the WNBA. To dunk or not to dunk? I want to know, is it important that the players dunk in the WNBA? Is it vital for the success of the league if the players dunk? You know, some people actually believe that women can't dunk. They've even suggested that the rims be lowered to make it more entertaining, more exciting. So the people it would draw more people. I basically like the skills of it. I do like to see them dunk. I don't think it's vital for the success of the league, but it's exciting to see it every now and then. I happened to be at a Dallas game, and I saw a walk career dunk, and that was exciting. People got excited about it. But that was the first time she dunked while she was in the league. So we had been watching them play all that time with the awesome skills they have without her dunking. But I want to see because I want to show people who don't believe that the women can dunk on the rim that's currently they're using. Let's show them that the women can dunk. So I want to share with you, my viewing audience, the fact that they can dunk. So let's look at some of the dunks that have been done in the WNBA in the past. And here we go. Awesome. This is awesome right here. And that's Candace Parker, we know from the Los Angeles Parks, who lays that bucket down. Or lays that dunk down. Now that wasn't the first dunk, but out of all the players who dunked the most in the league, it's been BG. And BG throws it down with force. She's dunked more in the women's college basketball and in the WNBA than any other player in the league. I really like his pass though. It frees her up from the dunk. Now that was a nice one-handed dunk by her. Now you tell me, do they have to lower the rim for her to do that? No, they didn't have to do that. Here she is again, a two-handed dunk. That is exciting. I know that was exciting. There's a game going on, and she breaks away like that, and you see that happen. You would be excited about. I would be excited about that. But is it vital for the league for that to happen all the time? I like this one. Another dunk. Here's another two-handed dunk. And she kind of hangs on the rim sometimes. And of course, people are excited about the fact that she can dunk and hang on the rim and stuff, protect herself from falling. That is awesome. But to dunk or not to dunk, is it vital? I ask you to, comment on that. Is that something that has to happen for the league to survive? This right here, of course, in the first dunk in the WNBA by Lisa Leslie from the Spark. That is awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome. Would we like to see it more? I think people would like to see it more. But is it vital? Is it important for the survival of the league? For this league to survive, for us to have all that. And I asked this question. I asked this question, and that is, how does it affect the player? One of the things I do know that Michael Jordan said, I believe I've heard him say in the past, one of the reasons he stopped dunking so much because of the wear and tear on his body, and it shortens your career. So he stopped dunking as much as he was dunking because he wanted more longevity in his career. So if Michael Jordan pulled back on his dunk to preserve his body, why do you think the women's going to just go out there dunking willy-nilly? It's a lot of players out there that can dunk. I've mentioned in past talks, there's a young lady out there named Fran Believy. She plays for the Stanford Cardinals right now. And if you go out there and Google her, Fran Believe dunks, and you'll see that she started dunking in high school, and she dunked in a NCAA game this year. So it's other players in the NCAA right now. It's a young lady, and I can't think of her name, but she plays for South Carolina. She dunked this year in a game. Everybody got excited and loved to see her dunk, and that's exciting. But is it vital for the league? I really believe that there are more important items to focus on. Of course, expansion of the league, putting more teams in different cities, expansion, the roster expansion, more players on the team. Now, if you want to do something that brings them closer to the NBA, the NBA has 5 players on their roster. The WNBA has 12. It would definitely help the league, I believe, if they add more players to the roster. So all those talented women that's out there that's trying to get in the WNBA, they will have more chances to play in the W instead of having to go overseas and play. Now, I do know some of the WNBA players that currently in the WNBA. They also play overseas, but I'm talking about those women. The only place they can play is overseas, and they don't have a chance to play in the United States, being around their family so their family can see them play. I really believe that we should expand the roster and give those young women who are awesome players, have awesome skills, opportunity to play in their home country. So again, I asked, is it vital for the league? I don't believe so. I believe that Kathy Engelbert, who's the commissioner of the league, is making the right moves. She's doing what it takes to make sure that the league is going to survive and it's going to grow, and people are going to be able to go and see the league in future years. We're just in the 25th year. I believe what the NBA is like 100 years old, so they have a 75-year head start. So it's relatively young when you compare the two leagues. I really don't like comparing the two leagues because they are two different leagues. But my favorite league in all of sports is the WNBA, and that's one of the reasons why I do this WNBA talk, is to give you, to share information with you, to bring you up to date, keep you on the top of your game when it comes to what's going on in the WNBA. But this is a subject I wanted to bring up, and that is to dunk or not to dunk in the WNBA. And one of the things that I glad they don't dunk as much for is to preserve their body so they can play longer. Is a person like Diana Taurasi. She just signed a 2-year deal with the Phoenix Mercury to play for 2 more years. So she's saying, hey, I'm looking to play for at least I'm 42. I think that's exciting. But if you're going to do something that's going to wear out your body like dunking, then I say don't dunk. One of the things I do see happen at the Dallas Wings game, I mentioned about a Watt Career who dunks. Well, as the game, as they're warming up and everything, right before they get ready to take the court, the Dallas Wings player surrounds the key, and a Watt Career dunks the ball. That brings excitement to the team, excitement to the fans. I've seen her one-handed dunk, I've seen her two-hand dunk, and I've seen her reverse dunk. So that is exciting and stuff, and I like seeing that. But I much rather see them preserve their body versus bringing that to the league. I much rather see that nice pass to the corner and that 3 go up. I'm one of those people to say, hey, I much rather see that 3-pointer, because a dunk gives you 2 points, a 3-pointer gives you 3. But I would like for you to share your comment. What do you think? Is it vitally important for them to dunk in the WNBA? Or you think it's all right that they don't dunk? Please share your comments. But besides sharing your comments, I would love for you to like my WNBA talk, and also to subscribe. I would love to have you subscribe. I would love to keep you up to date on what's going on in the WNBA, and I would like to hear what you say about this subject. to dunk or not to dunk in the WNBA. I did show you that they have the ability to dunk on the rims they're currently using. I know, some people say, hey, why don't y'all lower the rims? And y'all do play with a smaller ball. Okay. My thing is preserve the bodies, let them play longer. And with that, again, this is your host, Jay Irvin, with WNBA Talk. I enjoyed being with you today. I hope this subject is something that piques your interest. And with that, I'm going to sign off, and you have a great day. Talk to you later from WNBA Talk.